I'm like, am I watching the same season? Like,
I mean, I guess that's one way for it to.
oh, the side 4 wide. What am I watching? Wait, I feel like I've been transported to a distant era.
I just, you know, I somehow walked into a PPT1 match. I didn't realize I was here for that. I think the only thing we're missing is the stall, but, you know, let's hope we don't see that at any point. Usually, I think any sort of stall usually ends up taking place, like SDPC versus SDPC kind of deal.
Yeah, another like peer pressure victory over here for Applejack. Like,
what do you mean by peer pressure victory? Like please elaborate.
I like not peer pressure as in like peer PER. I mean like pure as in like that's all that contributed to the victory.
Oh, pure. Oh, I thought you said peer pressure.
No. I didn't mean like
pressure.
Okay, well, that's MB.
Okay. Oh, KUROTZO working on the ice spin. Oh, but
gotta find a defense here. Dude, you gotta time that, man. Wait, but he's getting away with it. Oh my god, he's getting away with it.
Yep, OSW still stacking on top of the garbage.
Okay, wait. This is so Kuro favored. This is so Kuro favored. Gotta just fucking slam it.
Spike, and there's the acid drop. Yeah, and yeah, KUROTZO able to use all of those resources in one giant spike.
You see 2 I pieces coming up, and then a T piece. Like, you could just slam all 3 down. Blast them.
And speaking of, well, I guess the garbage wasn't there for OSW. There was double T and double I and 4 pieces for OSW. That was like the dream spike queue. Managed to get the board back to manageable. Wow, okay, and hard counters the spike, so doesn't accept any cheese.
This looks Kuro favored just from looking at this. Breaks it at 4. I mean, that doesn't... I can't say I agree with that, but it's a nice down stack though. OSW misdrops an S piece. He's gonna have to find a way to fix it, but it's looking kind of rough. Has to dismantle the quad there too, but Kuro can't send the APM in time. Oh, but a nice surge.
Perhaps surge can help.
The pressure continues. OSW finds the I piece there. Gonna continue trying to down stack there. Finds another I piece. Huge spike. Wow.
Reversal 526 versus from OSW. That double quad multiplier was huge in swaying that momentum.
Dude, I feel like I'm watching season 1.
Nothing wrong with a little season 1 every now and
again. Yeah. It's a rare matchup.
Sometimes a little refreshing, you know.
Alright, S-piece misdrop for OSW. He's gonna have to find a way to fix it. Misdrops the O-piece as well. Finds a TSD to buy a little bit more time. Opens up the well, but doesn't have an I-piece. Has to cycle to it. Finds it, right? And in the meantime, Kuro setting up the TST, but does it with the Z-spin instead and dies.
Yeah, unfortunate that, like, yeah, KUROTZO definitely, I think bailing on the TST was the right play, but the way that it was done, just not able to get that stack down any lower. Alright, and we do have the SDPC spin coming out from KUROTZO. Definitely putting in work, but we do see another quad multiplier from OSW.
Alright, now Kuro trying to build up something, trying to build up an advantage on an empty board here. Starts trying to build the back-to-back. Brings it up to a 7, but is really slow on these back-to-back continuations. Is going to have to find his way to a cleaner board to start EPMing more. OSW being slowed down by consecutive misdrops as well. Finds it down to some nice T-spins. Quad multiplier as well.
Oh. A little extra... Okay, didn't end up sending cheese, but I do like KUROTZO's decision to like send early quad and then have like 2 or 3 combos afterwards, because that kind of forced OSW to do a full cancel.
OSW's board's not looking good at the moment.
I mean,
it hasn't been clean in quite a while.
Like it's you know, it's good, it's getting there. Unfortunately, so is that surge from KUROTZO, and that, oh my goodness, OSW.
Oh. No, just barely can't find the defense. And Kuro brings it back to 3-3.
Right, I know this match is supposed to be seeds 7 and 8, but we are definitely seeing a very close set at 3-3. We have the LST battle, OSW and KUROTZO. Garbage goes to unfortunate column 9 for KUROTZO.
Oh, the green from OSW delays the down stack just a little bit to send more. It doesn't seem to have built any sort of advantage though, but now OSW on the down stack.
Seems very comfortable dealing with the cheese. Not going to be sending anything back to KUROTZO, but, you know, not topping out to anything.
Alright, Kuro taking the offense. Oh, but I think this is over. OSW can't place that piece to get to the T there. Oh, it's so sad.
Alright, and KUROTZO, once again, taking a lead, but it's only by 1 game. I think we're definitely going to be in for a pretty long round. Or long set. You know what I mean.
Yeah. There's a lot of back and forth here. Neither player really, really being able to close the deal in this set, in this matchup.
Ooh, KUROTZO was looking for a clean way to transition over the well, but unfortunately, a couple of jagged pieces didn't really make that feasible. OSW still keeping back-to-back, sets up the T-spin triple to open up the well.
Alright, sends a surge off, but Kuro able to cancel the majority of it, still tanks some cheese though. This is looking really OSW favored, yeah. The second Kuro lets that cheese onto his board, OSW is going to continue pressuring like that, which I think kind of reveals to us what the win condition for either of these players is going to be. If you can land a short surge onto your opponent and get some cheese on, then they're going to fall so behind in this matchup.
Oh, but apparently it didn't even need any of the cheese for that particular spike. That was just so much pressure combined with the end of surge.
From OSW, yeah. You can't get to the eyepiece there with so much, such a big well on board.
And usually whenever you upstack, like, again, like, OSW did the correct thing of making sure that, like, the center was the lowest part of the stack, but that it was just so much of a spike that it didn't even matter.
Okay, the cheese goes on to OSW first. OSW is gonna have to deal with this. Kuro needs to find a lead in the meantime.
Oh, but there's not that much right now to work with. Very untimely eyepieces, no clean garbage to use on.
Oh, but this is a nice spike being set up right now. Sends it off. Kuro.
Oh my goodness,
but OSW finds the defense. All right, but in the meantime, there's a surge advantage on Kuro's side. Kuro needs to try and bring this to a win here. Bit of a hesitation though. Oh no, Kuro's not looking too good at the moment.
Oh, and the misdrop, that's probably gonna be
the lead
fatal.
was thrown. No. And OSW takes another round.
And another just very difficult back and forth. Neither player really solidifying an advantage overall in the you know, back and forth. Oh no, but we are seeing a couple of misdrops, and this is a really tough spot. The quad multiplier just in the nick of time for KUROTZO, able to survive, but still gonna have to deal with a lot of follow-up from OSW.
Alright, OSW is looking at a really good spot right now. If you look at Kuro's board, Kuro has a lot of cheese, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to defend any sort of pressure that comes his way, and it looks like that's exactly what happens. And Kuro can't find a down stack that attacks enough to defend against OSW. And OSW takes the lead, 6-5.
Alright, early eye, and we are seeing TKI from both KUROTZO and OSW, although then again the
misdrop for OSW.
Oh,
there's
boy.
more of this. It's not looking good.
And I guess OSW is making a claim of why that... Okay.
Ooh.
Well, apparently the damage is enough, despite all the misdrops, yeah. I forget sometimes how quickly things can change in this game. And every day I'm reminded.
Alright. Oh...
It's a sidewall for OSW. Oh
what?
My goodness.
This is a weird exchange. This is a weird pattern here of events.
Yeah, and right now OSW is the first player to get cheese, but there's so much clean afterwards that they're able to use. Still pretty clean for KUROTZO.
OSW gets to the bottom of the board, misdrops the T-spin though. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Oh, sacrifices the eye for a better combo.
Okay, but this down stack combo is nice. Gets 2 quads onto the multiplier. Now both players in their comfort zone with cheese or with clean garbage.
Oh yeah, double eye there for
misdrops
KUROTZO.
at the top of the board. Finds the down stack though. Needs to cycle to the eye pieces here. Does get to it though. A nice down stack.
Alright, KUROTZO doesn't really have too much at the moment. Able to set up a cut copy, gets a pretty sizable amount of damage, but not a lot of garbage to utilize. Clean over on the side.
And we're fairly evenly matched on pressure here from both players.
Well,
it looks like both players not only have similar playstyles, but also similar capabilities as with their playstyle.
Oh my goodness, OSW had a really thick
just barely gets to the eye piece. The garbage just looks so bad for OSW though. OSW needs to just down stack right now. Needs to get through all of this cheese ASAP before Kuro runs away with the set.
Double eyepiece definitely going to help in that endeavor, but right now we have quite a bit of surge from KUROTZO, but it's going to get tanked, and the misdrops for KUROTZO unfortunately doing them in, and OSW starting to pull away. That's a three-game lead, 8-5.
I'm very impressed with how OSW played the cheese garbage there, because typically, like, that would be just a death sentence in this match. I was actually getting ready to call it there, but he was able to survive through it.
I was gonna. It's probably a Phase 3 habit from TEC. It's very notorious for having a lot of not favorable garbage, but then again, Tetrio also has the benefit of, you know, no line clear delay, so sometimes, even if single skims are not the best way to get through it in other, you know, block stackers or other games, sometimes that's the solution here.
Yeah, the main sort of difference in Tetrio that you'll see is that, like, you do have the option of doing all spins, and while, like, unless you're Vince, you won't be able to all spin through all of it. You might be able to do some all spins at the tail end of the down stack, and start off your empty board with.
Oh, I did not like that down stack option for OSW. Unfortunately had like 2 T pieces over in the center, wasn't used for anything, and then broke Surge just to get a little extra breathing room, but was just left completely vulnerable afterwards.
Alright, both players, okay, looks like Kuro actually opts to insta-break the 4 Surge. It looks like he is aware that the way that he wins this set is by getting that short Surge cheese over, but it wasn't timed in a particularly refined manner, which leads to it being full canceled.
Ooh. Alright, little... Yeah, still not really getting that much in terms of Surge. But OSW, despite being at the bottom of the board, is playing so fast that that pressure is just doing so much against KUROTZO.
It does feel like OSW is just a little bit better with both the speed and the efficiency, which means that where Kuro has the advantage is just not misdropping as much as OSW. I feel like a lot of the defining points in the set are when OSW misdrops and how they're handled. And speak of the devil here, there's a misdrop, so we're gonna see how this works. Pretty decent conversion, turns into a nice spike there. And oh my god.
Multiplier.
Impressive, impressive OSW.
Oh, and well, oh, okay, never mind. All right, so KUROTZO already said GG's well played in the Tetrio chat, so I wasn't sure if that was just like a clocked out moment, but I wouldn't do that just off of an MKO build. I don't think MKO is throwing them. Like
some OSW misdrops is gonna hamper his offense here a little bit. Kuro needs to try and find some APM in the meantime here.
Well, able to get that back-to-back 4.
Some all spins to get the Surge going.
Nice swing garbage.
And it looks like Kuro breaks at 8, but doesn't force OSW to break. But OSW has so much cheese garbage on the board. If Kuro finds a way to survive this, but he doesn't. And OSW takes the win.
Yeah, the genius of that spike is, well, popping the Surge early to get cheese, and then the combo delivering more on top of it. Just a cheese-filled spike over an entire board. And there's unfortunately no solution for that down stack. So OSW going to advance further into our top 6 of the bracket. And though KUROTZO
it was really close at the beginning, but OSW towards the later half just ran away with the set.
Actually, I guess we did, yeah. I was initially calling, oh, it's probably going to be a close set. And then I think after I mentioned that, I'd probably said it was going to happen too many times. However, I think that's 65 points for KUROTZO, getting a top 8 at a gold event.